Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. It is expected to be an epic television event. We preview the first presidential debate.
I'm Jeffrey Kinn, artistic director from the Players Center, where everything's coming up roses. We kick off our Broadway season with Gypsy, and today we have a preview.
I'm Bo Beth. You never know what unusual performance you'll see at the Ringling International Arts Festival, but we have a look at some of the acts.
And I'm Linda Carson. We're getting ready to raise a puppy for Southeastern guide dogs, but there are also many advantages in adopting a senior dog or marrying a senior woman. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome back to the show, and welcome back to Jeffrey King. Glad to have you here.
I love it. I love to be here. It's just like I'm on vacation.
Oh, you just came from
I did.
Came off vacation.
Yeah, do I look like it?
No.
Got a little color,
Thank you.
little beach action.
The beaches of Rio were awesome.
Well, he could be getting his tan from being out and about around here, because we did a little social media sleuthing, as you know I'm prone to do.
You are.
I understand that you have a new toy.
Yes, I do.
Check this out.
Yes.
Are you having a midlife crisis?
Yeah. If that means I'm going to be live to be 104, yes.
Okay.
That is my latest toy.
It looks fun.
I've always wanted one. I've wanted one for 30 years. And a friend was getting rid of his, and I said I would love it. So that's my new wheels, and I'm excited to be sporting around town. And yes, I'm wearing a helmet because you got to be safe.
And you'll be safe as long as you don't go out of the parking lot.
That's right. I'll just keep circling the parking lot.
Not during the rain, no wet pavement,
Right.
Always a helmet. The
Yes.
nervous mom over here
I
was
know.
like, oh no.
Have you ridden before this?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we had bikes and all that kind of stuff. So it was really it's in my genes.
To have
And
it.
even when I told my mom, so everyone's like, what are you going to tell your mom? And I'm like, so Mom, I told my mom, she goes, silence on the phone. Like, Mom, I bought a motorcycle. Oh my God, I love motorcycles, she screams. Take me for a ride. So,
I love it how you still have to tell your mom even in your
do.
50s, so
Yes.
that's very fun.
Yes,
so.
Mom's still in
Well,
charge.
be safe, but we're glad you have something fun to look forward to.
Thank you.
All right, we look forward to heading to the kitchen each and every day. Today we welcome back our friend Paulette from the new store, A Savory Palette on St. Armand's. Tell us what we're making today.
We're going to make some really easy and fresh vinaigrettes to go with a kale and a spring salad, and then our basil balsamic chicken with tomatoes and asparagus.
Oh. All right, lots of special savory oils at A Savory Palette, so we're looking forward to learning more about that, and that looks absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Great way to start the week. And we also wanted to start the week with a cheers, a little bit of a somber cheers, but I do think it is certainly a good in honor of cheers. The drinks on our table are Arnold Palmer's. That is half tea and half lemonade in honor of the golfing legend. 87-year-old Arnold Palmer did die over the weekend, and he was known for taking golf from the country clubs to the mainstream. He was all over TV in the 50s, really got everybody into the sport, and he himself won over 90 golf tournaments in his lifetime. He's got some really neat connections to us right here on the Suncoast. He designed the Legacy Golf Club in Lakewood Ranch, and ABC7 was with him as he visited that course during its construction. This was back in 1997. He was offering his expert advice on the layout. Arnold Palmer, 87 years old.
Wow.
What a great man.
Yeah.
And
He
how,
made life more fun for everybody.
I was going to say, did Bud ever meet and or work with him in any capacity?
He met him because he was from Pennsylvania, and Bud was from Pennsylvania. The Steelers were, they had their practice in Latrobe. So, yes, Arnold Palmer would come out to practice sometimes. And Bud felt you could learn a lot from golfers. So, you never learned to play golf from golfers, but there's other things.
It is a sport of control, in my opinion, because I'm fairly controlled, but temper on a golf course is a sign of many things I have heard golfers say, and I know mine fires up when in there. So he will, of course, be missed. And really, a couple of tragic stories from the sports world this weekend, but one hits close to home for many people. 24-year-old Miami Marlins ace pitcher Jose Fernandez died following a boating accident. Officials say the boat carrying Fernandez and two of his friends hit the rocks in a jetty at full speed, and the boat flipped. They do not believe that alcohol or drugs were a factor. Fernandez actually graduated from Tampa's Alonso High School, and therefore he played many, many big games right here against Suncoast teams. So I know a lot of people really broken up about
Yeah,
that.
it was an emotional day because they had a game, you know.
They
It was
did.
an emotional day for them, a lot of the players, and just even fans.
And they canceled that game, I believe, so that the players could have some time to adjust.
The tragedy, when things like that happen out of the blue, it hurts so much more. Those unexpected deaths, it's terrible. I mean, it's sad that things like this have to happen.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's
and
just
such a lesson because it can happen to anybody.
It can.
Yeah.
So we have to just enjoy every day and treasure every day. And what life he had up until now. He overcame so many barriers and really was on top of the world.
Yeah, so a reminder that life is very fleeting. So hopefully everybody can
So I
take
love
something
all
from
you
that.
guys. I love all
That's
of
right.
you.
We love you.
Enjoy each day while you can.
And remember the love tonight, and you'll see why. It is time for our first hot topic, and a Super Bowl-sized national audience is expected for tonight's first presidential debate, where there likely will not be much love. Experts predict 100 million people will watch the debate. That would break all records for such an event. Organizers are calling for the audience to remain quiet and allow the candidates to speak without cheers, boos, or outbursts. It will be up to moderator Lester Holt to keep the audience and candidates under control. A few last-minute barbs over the weekend. Billionaire Mark Cuban, he's a vocal Trump supporter, tweeted that he'd been invited to sit in the front row by Clinton. So Trump tweets back he could invite Jennifer Flowers and all the other alleged Bill Clinton affair participants to sit in the front row as well. With politics aside, people up here, what are you watching for tonight?
That comment was tasteless.
You can't blame a woman for her husband's cheating or a man for his wife's cheating.
We can't even get to answer your question.
They're ignoring me right off the bat.
The comment was tasteless. Like, I just want both candidates to put the country first.
Yes.
This is not about you, your political agenda, and I don't want to hear insults or whatever. I want to hear how you're going to help my country. That is it.
I wish there'd be a rule,
answer.
so you cannot mention the other candidate.
It's just-
Only tell me what you're going to do. Don't mention the other
I
candidate.
wonder why they
mad,
don't make that rule.
But it makes me mad every time. This is the highest position in our country, and we're supposed to be the world's example. And this is what how we're behaving. And as you're, wanting this position, it makes me mad every time I hear those insults and those comments. Come on, we're trying to be better than everyone else.
So stick to task.
We need this. We need someone to wrap their arms around our country and help everybody, and not just this party or that party.
Yes.
We need a leader who's going to help us understand that we're all in this together.
And not a 2-year-old.
Exactly.
Well, that's what
The
we'll watch
most
for.
beautiful picture over the weekend was Mrs. Obama hugging
Hugging
President
Bush.
Yes,
Bush.
I saw that.
If only we could all be like that.
Well, it's a little easier in their position post than pre,
Yeah.
I think.
I get that.
But it's definitely the point of togetherness I think everyone hopes for. We will, of course, talk about this again tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting.
Once we see what happens. Well, the next time you wonder how old an actor or an actress might be, also may be hard to find out. A new law in California will force the websites used by casting services and entertainment employers to remove age information in online profiles if they are asked. Now, all of us could go to IMDb. It's widely used for the public for free, and it gives you information about screen people. The Screen Actors Guild cheers this new law, which says it will help prevent age discrimination in film and television hiring. What do you think? Was this necessary?
I say, who do you think you're kidding?
I agree.
You don't look that different from how old you really are. When we were in Los Angeles for 5 years, and for 4 of those years I was on television there, and I was going out for commercials, and I was told, if somebody asks your age, just say, how old do you think I am? Never tell your age.
Yeah, really.
Don't you think they could find out, Jeffrey, just knowing how this
absolutely.
works?
I mean, that industry is so well fed. That information is going through everybody who really knows.
They already know.
They already know.
They already know.
It's not like you're looking up a surprise. I was surprised that anybody thought this would help.
But here's the thing, though. A lot of them play younger positions anyway. So, for instance, you have 30-year-olds and 20-year-olds playing teenagers on
But that's why they don't
Nickelodeon.
want you to know. They don't want them.
Right.
They want those younger jobs. They feel like there's not. I've seen the actors actors to say, well, I don't want them to think I'm playing a 20-year-old as a 30-year-old. I want them to think I'm 20.
Okay, if you had a job 20 years ago in a movie, they're not going to think you're 16 years old.
Right, you can all do the math. Yeah, I can't believe it's going to help that much, but we all like the concept of eliminating age discrimination, I'm sure.
At 32, I think that's a great idea.
Yes, I can tell.
At
That's
32.
exactly where you are, Jeffrey. Well, actor Patrick Dempsey is 50, by the way, because I looked this morning. And he stars in the new Bridget Jones movie that opens Friday. And he's also opening up about why he left Grey's Anatomy. Dempsey says he and his wife Jillian were having big marital troubles, and they decided it was time to work on their issues and improve themselves. Dempsey says you can only do one thing at a time and do it well, and he had to prioritize. Dempsey says he also pulled back from his past